Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on a recent round of brand new pictures. We have official pictures released from HBO for Game of Thrones Season 7. And I will put the link in the description for you guys so you can go ahead and check out the images for yourself. They're hosted by toynewseye.com. They also have a short write-up about the season, so go through, and really happy to see that HBO is starting to release some new content for us because we're inching ever closer to the premiere date, which is Sunday, July 16th. So getting closer, and it also says that, of course, this season is going to be a 7-episode season compared to the usual 10 episodes, with, of course, this being the second last season of the series, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll see something after that, some kind of spin-off or prequel or something. But yeah, we're getting close to the end of Game of Thrones, with this season being 7 and the last season possibly only being 6. We'll see if that's how it ends up. July 16th is the date. So the short description says, "Summers span decades, winners can last a lifetime, and the struggle for the Iron Throne has begun. It will stretch from south, where heat breeds plots, lust, and intrigues, to the vast and savage eastern lands, all the way to the frozen north, where an 800-foot wall of ice protects the kingdom from the dark forces that lie beyond. Kings and queens, knights and renegades, liars, lords, and honest men, all will play the Game of Thrones." So the first picture we have is of Daenerys with her, Hand of the Queen, Tyrion. We also have Missandei there. We have Lord Varys, and we also have Grey Worm. So, of course, we finished Season 6 with her crossing the Narrow Sea. It looks like their journey has, at least in terms of, by sail, has finished, and they've set port, and they are now, landed somewhere. We'll have to see where they actually do end up going, and where this picture is actually taken from. It's really hard to say. We'll have to see what they do with the story, and also very exciting to see because, of course, there's nothing to base it on in terms of the books at this point. We're getting into fully new territory, to wrap up the series. So this one I'm looking forward to most, to see what she does first. If she tries to go right for the Iron Throne, I would think that since we have 13 episodes left over 2 seasons, there's got to be some other things to do first. Maybe try to join forces with Jon, or meet with some allies. We'll see what Tyrion advises her to do, but very excited to see what they do first when they land. We have Tormund and Brienne, which is a pretty funny picture. Also, I like the fact that she's bigger than him, so it's kind of funny. And also, I like the look that he's kind of giving her, like he's got the one eyebrow raised, like hey. So I'm looking forward to seeing that this season. How maybe if these two start some kind of relationship. I'm not sure if Brienne is I don't think she likes him so far, so we'll have to see if he can, woo her somehow. And it's just funny to see. We'll have to see what happens with these two, and if Tormund's going to be able to make any successful advances, in her direction. Like this one too, of Sansa and Littlefinger. Really going to be interesting to see what they do with Littlefinger to wrap up the series. He, of course, is one of our first major villains in the show near the end of season 1 there with Baelor, and kind of the twist that happens with Eddard. So we'll have to see what Littlefinger has up his sleeve. It would seem that he's on the right side, but I think we all kind of know that in reality he's really on his own side. We have this one of Bran with Mira. So this is pretty cool, and one thing that will be cool, even though it kind of sucked to wait this year, not getting it in the springtime like we usually do until mid-July, because they were able to film during winter, it should visually make it easier for them to kind of really send home the idea that this really is winter. So as we can see here, it certainly looks like winter, that's for sure. Missandei and then Daenerys, and I do like the costume designs for this season. So far they're looking really good. I really like this one for Daenerys. It really looks kind of more fitted for battle, of course, and for the weather as well than what she wore last season. Cersei and Jaime. It'll also be cool this season to see how Cersei acts now that she is, the queen, right? the Seven Kingdoms until Daenerys, of course, begins her siege. It'll just be really cool to see how Cersei acts, Jaime by her side, and how people address her, and how the people, feel about having her as their so-called queen in King's Landing. It'll be awesome to see Jon back at it again this season, kicking ass as usual, I expect. And it'll be interesting to see how he kind of reacts to Daenerys landing, whether or not they can make some kind of allegiance, which is what I'm thinking will happen, and kind of face their enemies together. It may not happen right away, maybe in season 8 or something, but that's kind of what I'm looking at for that one. We have Sam and Gilly. Sam's still in his training mode, so we'll have to see what happens with that. I'm not expecting to see much with that this season. Probably in the finale, maybe have him kind of come back as everything's kind of finishing up and ending. We'll see if he actually ends up being any use to anybody. Because right now, with kind of the pacing that his training is going at, the series feels like it's ending sooner than he's going to be able to even finish that. So we'll have to see how that kind of works its way in. And then we have Lyanna Mormont, which is always fun to see. Quite badass for her age, that's for sure. Lots of fun internet memes dedicated to her awesomeness. We've got Arya back at it again, so that'll be cool to see her maybe possibly assassinate some other of her people on her list, narrow down her list a bit more. It was awesome to see in the season 6 finale, get to see her get revenge on Walder Frey. We'll have to see this season if she decides to visit with her family at all, if she hears about them kind of being where they are and go see Jon and Sansa again. That'd be great to see them all kind of reunited because, they've just been separated for so long. It's like, what, first season pretty much since? So much has happened, so much has changed. Just be great to see her reunited with them. So I'm hoping to see that this season in season 7. If not, maybe season 8 then. And finally, we have the Hound, who looks like he has headed further north. Oh man, I love to see the Hound in Game of Thrones. He's just so much fun to see in battle. So hopefully we can see him get a few more action sequences before the end of the series. Kind of an unlikely survivor at this point, but I always have fun seeing the Hound. Always enjoy seeing him. I think I'll eat every fucking chicken in this room. So very exciting to see the new pictures. Write your comments below on what you guys think of all of them. Maybe do some predictions based on them. Break them down. Where do you think Daenerys is landing? Where do you think it makes sense for her to go? And I'm just very excited for Game of Thrones. I cannot wait to see these last 2 seasons of the series. I'm really sad to see it ending, but it looks like it's going to have one of the best endings of any series ever. And I think it will go down as one of the premier, one of the best TV series ever made. At least up to current date, I really do think so. HBO has really stepped up the game and really showed how fantastic and how epic a television series can actually be when they put their money where their mouth is, when they go in and they just do that kind of a job. I mean, it's really raised the bar, I think, for quality in terms of scripted television, drama, fantasy series for sure. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to thumb it up below. You can also share, you can favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, click the link at the bottom left to subscribe. We'll let you guys know when we get a new trailer. Can't wait to see the trailer, man. It should be coming pretty soon, and I'll do a breakdown for it. I'll give you guys my thoughts on it when it hits. Can't wait. That's it for this video today, guys. We'll see you again soon for another Game of Thrones video as we're getting closer to the release date. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.